Hey everyone, today we're going to be doing digital design based on the lollipop trees that Wayne Thiebaud used to paint. So we're going to go to Google Drawings, and that's linked in your activity, and we're going to start by inserting an image from the web. So I'm going to start with a polka dot. You can choose any pattern you want to. Okay, and I'm going to just choose this first one here. And that's very large, so I'm going to drag the corner and scale it down. Then I want to make it a circle, so I'm going to use this mask image. It's right beside this crop. I'm going to choose shapes and a circle. So now it's a lollipop shape. Make it a little bit smaller. I'm going to fit 3 of them on here. And I'm going to try and do this very quickly. So if you need to pause the video, go ahead and take your time and pause it as you need it. Then I'm going to insert another shape. So I go to the circle over the square, and I'm going to use this crescent. And I'm just going to click and drag it. And then I'm going to click on the left side and drag it over here to the right side. And I'm going to try and line it up with this circle the best I can. I'll change the color of it to a little bit darker red, maybe even that. Okay, and I'm going to move it back. So right now I'm going to hold Control and push the down arrow. So my circle is on top of the crescent now. I'm going to also insert a shape that is a rectangle for the stick, and I'm just going to click and drag that down. And I'm going to change the color of that to light gray. So now I've got a complete lollipop, and I want to duplicate this. So I'm going to use Control A. I'm going to scale the size down just a little bit more, and Control C to copy, Control V to paste it, and I'm going to pivot this one a little bit. I'm going to tip it, and then I'm going to do Control V one more time, and I'm also going to lean that one another way. So maybe I'll do them all. All right. Now remember, if I want to select all of the parts of the first lollipop again, I have to hold the Shift key down and click each component while I'm holding the Shift key down. All right, so now I'm going to change the 2 images here. So I'm going to pause this, and you can choose to import or insert image from the web, and you can choose 2 more images to bring in and then use the crop tool to make it a circle. I'm going to pause this just to save some time. Okay, now I've imported 2 different patterns from the web. I have the stripes and I have the swirl, but they're not the right shape yet, are they? So the swirl is highlighted, so I'm going to go to this tool right here and click the drop down, shapes, circle, and that cropped it into a circle shape. So I'm going to resize it by dragging the corners and the sides, and I'm trying to get it close to the shape of this polka dot right here. So I'm going to move the polka dot out of the way and try and resize, try and resize the swirl so it is about the same size as the polka dot. Doesn't have to be exact because we can resize that crescent, right? So I'm going to just do a little bit more here, and that looks good. I'm going to position that up there. I'll change the color of this swirl to a blue. That's not dark enough. and get rid of this. And remember, to delete something, it's Control X. And now we're going to resize this stripe one. I'm going to pause it again and let you work at your own pace. But once you click the shape, we're going to this crop tool, shapes, and select the circle. Okay, so now I have my 3 lollipop shapes on here, and I'm going to add a background. I'm going to do I'm just going to use the shape tool, and like we did before with our backgrounds, I'm just going to drag it down, and I'm going to do a fill color that's kind of a peachy, and then I'm going to do the same thing below it. Let's move this to the back. All right, that's Control and the down key. Then we're going to insert shapes, not that one, a rectangle. Let's put this here, and we can make this green. You can make yours whatever color you want to, but I'm going to make mine green. And then I'm going to insert a shape, and I'm going to make this an oval. But remember, we use the circle tool for the oval, and we just stretch it out a little bit. And I'm going to make this a light purple. So I want to move this back, so I'm going to hit the Control key and the down arrow. I'll do the same thing with the green background. So I think the only thing left that I want to do is add in a shadow for these popsicle sticks. So I can just copy this and paste it. That's Control C and Control V. And I can just tilt it. And I can change this color a little darker and shorten it up. And then I can do the same thing. I can copy this and then just drag it over here. So you don't necessarily have to do a popsicle or a sucker tree. You could do any kind of candy that you like. So I'm going to make this a little bit wider just so they match a little bit more. And so now I have 3 suckers, and they all have shadows, like in Wayne Thiebaud's drawings, such as these. The suckers, I mean, you could put a gradient on the stick if you wanted to have this shadow in it too, but we have a pretty good digital representation of a Wayne Thiebaud design. So remember, your work is attached already. Just go into the Google Classroom and click on the Google drawing with your name on it, and it's already attached. You don't have to do anything, but do go back and click Turn In. Okay, so good luck with this and have a lot of fun. Remember, you can make any kind of candy you want. It doesn't have to be a round lollipop. All right, do something that's enjoyable, maybe something that's a little bit of a challenge, but I've shown you how to do the circle if you want to do that.